Hello everyone, this is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome to New Comic Book May 2020, Day 25. If you don't know what that is, hold on and I'll tell you right after this. If you're new here, I ask that you please do subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Also, please do give this video a thumbs up and share it around, and don't forget to comment. Thank you to those who have subscribed. I'm currently at 193 subscribers and striving for 200. Thank you to those who do leave comments because you are very encouraging. Yes, you are. Alright, now this is Feast or Famine number 3, written by Dave Swartz. He also does coloring, I think. This is the last in a 3-issue limited series. And I tell you what, this cover, it's deceptive. Something like this, it really does not occur in the book itself. But it does get your attention. A bizarre betrayal. And if you remember from the previous issue, Teska's assistant, Stein, had been turned into this creature. That's Teska coming at Stein right now. Teska speaking in this black speech bubble. And that Commander Buck Gordon telling them all about their world before they came. And basically, it sounds like our planet as it is now. And there's so much exposition here that I am not gonna read it all because, like I said in the previous video, I want you to go buy the comic at alternaaccess.com. But basically, what the alien is saying is that this world before they came was just like our world. You know, wars, consumption, you know, privacy, internets. However, the people of this world, created something. And it's not exactly clear what they created. Because first it says up here, the world before us. Okay, I was curious to know what the us was. Down here it says, the smartest among them created a self-replicating, intelligent nano-robot designed to consume carbon-based molecules to create anything from soldiers to weapons. They called it SIN, a rather apropos title now that we reflect on it. And it says something about being trapped in machines. And at one point they were able to reach out to other worlds, get them to come here so they could consume them. Basically, what happened, if you are familiar with the old cartoon Justice League Unlimited, then you're familiar with the villain called Brainiac, who is a consumer of knowledge. Well, that's why they reached out to these other life forms, and these are the weird nanotech robots when they consumed all the knowledge on that planet, they wanted more people to consume. Or think of the Borg on Star Trek Next Generation, because they would assimilate the knowledge into themselves, or turn these people into them. And at one point, Teska is being told that he's losing all individuality. That's him screaming right there. So then he is told to go back to his planet to get more people to come that they can assimilate. So that's what he does. They get back, and all of a sudden there's this big shock. That surprised me. So after he wakes up, he tells his friends, his assistant Stein, that he made an adjustment to the machine because he had been seeing visions for days of something that was going to go very wrong. So he made these adjustments that if anything happened to him that somehow involved electricity, there would be this fail-safe mechanism. By the time they got back, they would be shocked, however, they would not be killed. I do like how more detail is given to the two characters in their suits, in the third issue. So they decide to dismantle the machine. However, they're not sure what actually, how to understand what's been going on, because it feels like they're still connected to those nanotech bots. So Stein suggests that they go see this guy, and Dr. John C. Ganzapfelds of Chicago, Illinois. Now, there's a lot of exposition here, but that's to build up this character. He studies dreams, and remember, this is not yet 1900. He used some recreational drugs, it doesn't say in here which ones, to get his mind into a certain state where he does say this much, that he sees visions of stuff that happened during his lifetime, but it comes from other people. The point of view from other people. And so they're going to go through an experiment. Then they see this scene, which reminds them of their experience back on that weird planet. And then next, they see this. Now this is the late 1800s. And they see this flag. It's a swastika. And I think this is Stein speaking right here. I found it in a history of religious symbols textbook. Really, I didn't know that. That's quite interesting. Now, I do know that the swastika is also referred to as the crooked cross. And the other one says, how's that important? This dome city was on a planet 80 years away from Earth. And then the scene changes. This appears to be Tesca, but then they discover that it's not Tesca, it's a Nicholas Tesla. And Stein is nowhere to be found in these writings. So they surmise they've been to a parallel Earth. And that the planet they went to was a parallel Earth. So they go back to the board and they bring this thing in, but they don't really tell the board what it is, so that means I, the reader, have no idea what it is either. And they say, we've discovered how to travel from one dimension of space to another, and the board gives them these weird looks, but they don't say anything because of their backer. So they say they're going on sabbatical. Okay. Then they're going down to the Amazon jungle to get some help with these visions, some more help with these visions that they've been having. And this is like journal entries that I had to literally squint to see, even with my glasses on. And then it says, then that's the end. It feels like, that's not the end, because, well, over here we have an epilogue that back in the Colorado Springs lab, some people break in and they turn off all the equipment and steal everything that's labeled danger. And so I have no idea what that is in the epilogue. But to me, it seriously feels like this story is unfinished. It seriously feels like there's more that Dave Swartz has that is not yet put to paper. The artwork is really great. It's more in your face. The colors are a little bit brighter this time, I think. The story is really enjoyable. It's science fiction mixed with fact, with history, because there is an actual Nikola Tesla. I don't know if there's an actual John C. Gansfelds or not, but many of the figures in this three-part story are real people. So I did enjoy it, and this does feel like a thick book. Pages aren't numbered, but I would say this is possibly 30 pages, maybe, I don't know. It's not 48 pages, I can tell that much. And it's got a great cover there. To get your attention. It's done in a Marvel type way. A bizarre betrayal. That's like Marvel from the 1960s and 70s. Still, there's this. This was a little bit easier to read this time, since it's white against red and purple. So that's better. So I did enjoy this book, and I'm glad I have this series. I hope you all have read it, and if you haven't, you can always go to alternaaccess.com and get yourself a copy, if they still have it, that is. I hope you enjoyed this review. I am Michael for Spirit Comics. Till next time, true readers, may all your news be good news.